Hello and welcome back to the Cascades onboarding video series brought to you by PureFacts Financial Solutions. My name is Jonathan Kessel and today's video is about inputting your data. How do we get data in to run a retirement income plan? Clicking on New Plan, we'll be presented with two options. The first is the guided questionnaire and the second is the express form. The guided questionnaire will present one question at a time and some helpful hints along the way. This is good for when you're not really familiar with how to navigate through the questions. Perhaps you're sitting with a client or perhaps you're using this for the first time. Go ahead and try it out. The express form is a more traditional form where all the inputs are on one page and you just blast through that form really quickly. Hopping into the guided questionnaire, I'll show you what that looks like. So we have our question here, is this a single or couples report? It's clearly highlighted in white, and you can see that the next coming question, client one first name, is a lot more transparent. That means we're not on that question yet. You can press number 1 or 2 on your keypad or simply click the button in order to proceed through the questionnaire. Now that we're on client one first name, you can see that it obviously is highlighted, and we can type in a name and either press enter or click continue in order to navigate through the questionnaire. As we run through the questionnaire and it asks us questions, we'll come to some points and there are question marks on the right about why we're asking the questions. And if you're on a question about a defined benefit pension plan, you need a little bit of guidance about what that means. And if we said we do have a plan like that and what is a bridge payment, there's some helpful hints that tell you what we mean by what we're asking. If you're not sure, for example, about the amount of a CPP that needs to be entered, on the right here, we do say that the average Canadian receives roughly $8,500 in CPP on average, and the maximum for this year is $14,109. This is to provide you with some guidance and goalposts if you're not sure or you haven't gotten to the point where you've collected some of this information and you need to estimate the information in order to get a base run plan done. And you can proceed through this all the way through to the end. And once you get to the end, you submit the questionnaire and it'll generate the report. You'll go right to the report output. Clicking back, I'm going to come back to our two options and then hop into the express form. So getting started with the express form, you see right away it's a more traditional form. We have the preliminary details for the client where you can put in your first name, email, all in this block. Their employment details next. Their defined benefit pension plan details, their government social benefits. On the right-hand side, we have custom income sources. So if someone has some rental income, we can add rental income. If someone has an other income that doesn't fit any of the descriptions, we can choose other. We can label it. Say someone has some part-time income in retirement they want, and they're making $25,000 and all of it is taxable. We can put in the gross amount, the taxable amount. If they're collecting it now, we leave blank if it's being received now, and we're gonna work that part-time job until we're 75. So we can put 75 as an end date, save the custom source. Now we have a custom income source that's taxed at $25,000 from my current age until when I'm 75. Again, for new deposits or one-time deposits, if we sell a business or sell a home, we're able to select the age that we want to sell that business and put that value for that inside here. As you put in information, if any other information is required, like for an RRSP and annual contribution, in the express form, it's just going to pop out those additional fields only if you populate the root field. Corporate investments are included in the Cascades tool. We'll go through that in a future video all on its own. So I'll just skip over that for now. And at the bottom, we have our parameters for inflation, the investment returns that are possible, as well as the reporting mode. We can solve for a maximum annual income, or we can solve for desired income. We'll go through that again on a video of its own, and then we can generate this report. So those are the two main ways that we can get information into the Cascades report.